The base bar was never meant to be loud. It existed on the edge of the compound like a forgotten thought. Dim lights, old wooden counters, and walls lined with faded unit insignias that told stories without speaking. The air carried a mix of black coffee, polished boots, and memories that only those who served could understand. On most nights, it was a place of silence. Not the uncomfortable kind, but the kind earned through long hours, hard decisions, and lives lived under rules that never bent for comfort. Sergeant Evelyn Carter sat at the far end of the bar, nursing a glass of water. No alcohol, never on duty nights, even off duty, she followed rules that most people forgot existed. She wasn't trying to disappear, but she didn't seek attention either. Her posture was straight, shoulders relaxed, eyes observant. She wore civilian clothes, simple and unremarkable, yet there was something about her presence that quietly commanded space. Those who knew, knew. Those who didn't, learned. Around her, a handful of service members spoke in low voices. A few laughed softly. The bartender, a retired master chief, wiped the same spot on the counter for the third time, glancing up now and then, not out of curiosity but habit. It was a quiet night. Until it wasn't. The door swung open louder than necessary. 3 civilians walked in, laughing too hard, voices too sharp for a place like this. At the center was Jason Whitmore, expensive jacket, careless grin, confidence borrowed rather than earned. Everyone felt it immediately, not fear, disruption. Jason was the kind of man who had never been told no, in a way that mattered. His father was a high-ranking official with influence that stretched far beyond this base. Jason wore that power like armor, unaware it only protected him in places where people were afraid. This wasn't one of those places. The bartender's eyes narrowed slightly. A few soldiers straightened unconsciously. Evelyn didn't move. Jason scanned the room like it owed him something, and his eyes stopped on her. Of course they did, not because she was flashy, not because she was inviting, because she was composed. Men like Jason mistook discipline for weakness. He walked over, dragging a chair loudly before sitting too close. "Didn't expect to find someone like you here," he said, smirking. "This place looks boring." Evelyn took a slow sip of water before answering. "It's not a club," she said calmly. "And you're too loud." His friends chuckled. Jason leaned closer. "Relax. I'm just being friendly." She finally turned her head, meeting his eyes, steady, unflinching. Friendly respect space. Something flickered behind his smile. "Arrogance doesn't like boundaries. You know who my father is?" he asked casually, like a threat wrapped in silk. Evelyn didn't blink. "No," she replied, "and it doesn't matter." That was the moment. The room didn't change, but the tension did. Jason laughed, sharp and humorless. "Wow, you really think you're something special, don't you?" "No," she said evenly. "I think you should leave." Silence spread outward like ripples in water. Jason stood suddenly, knocking his chair back. "You don't tell me what to do," he snapped. "I own places like this." The bartender set the glass down slowly. 2 soldiers at a nearby table exchanged looks. Evelyn stood. Not aggressively, not hurried. Just ready. "I'm asking once," she said. "Lower your voice. Walk away." Jason scoffed. "Or what?" She didn't answer. "Because discipline doesn't threaten. It acts when necessary, and only then." Jason stepped closer, invading her space deliberately now. "You think wearing that attitude makes you tough?" He sneered. "You're nothing without this place protecting you." That was when a voice spoke from behind him. "Step back." Jason turned. Standing there was Captain Marcus Hale, uniform crisp, presence unmistakable. Not just rank, but respect followed him like gravity. Behind him, several others had risen quietly. Jason swallowed. "This doesn't concern you." Hale's voice was calm. "It does when you disrespect one of mine." Jason laughed nervously. "You're what?" Evelyn finally spoke again. "I'm Sergeant Carter." Jason's face drained of color. Hale continued. "Combat operations. 12 years. Commendations you'll never earn." The room felt heavier now. Jason tried to recover. "My father is not here," Hale cut in. "And even if he were, he'd expect you to behave better." Jason's arrogance cracked, but didn't shatter. He scoffed, pointing at Evelyn. "She provoked me." No one laughed. No one moved. The bartender spoke softly. Son, you were warned. Jason took a step back, realizing too late that power meant nothing here. Evelyn picked up her jacket. This is over, she said. You should go. Jason hesitated, then turned and left, his friends scrambling after him. The door closed. Silence returned. Not applause, not cheers, just understanding. Evelyn exhaled slowly. Hale nodded at her. You okay? She gave a small smile. Always. The bartender poured her another glass of water, on the house. Later that night, as Evelyn walked back across the base, she reflected, not with anger, not with pride, but with clarity. Discipline had won, not through fists, not through shouting, but through control, because true strength isn't proven by domination. It's proven by restraint, and arrogance. Arrogance always collapses when it meets people who don't fear it. Message of the story. This wasn't a story about humiliation. It was about standards. About knowing who you are when no one is watching. About understanding that power without respect is hollow, and discipline, quiet and unyielding, always endures.